Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Metal video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at our good friend Cell Max and how he does against Cell Max. Now Cell Max is a Strength LR, that is a legendary unit, and he's pretty good. I think the big thing with Cell Max is a little bit restricted in terms of category because he's got so few. He does generally work on each of the categories that he's presented, which is great. But then, outside of that fact, I would probably say Cell Max is a unit that has a lot of good utility. Now, he's not a super tank, especially at 55%. He's a good tank. He can be caught out. You'll see a clip here where he gets kind of supered for a decent chunk of change. Like, you do have those moments, but outside of that, generally I would say Cell Max is in like a decent position tanking wise. But I think the big thing for me ultimately is more, like, from my perspective, more his intercept skill being relevant. His healing in the beginning of the fights is very, very good, and later on his attack lowering is also very, very good. Now, getting caught by a super is not great for him. It's not great for anyone, really, in a lot of these events. You don't tend to have the strongest super attack performance in any frame of mind when it comes to these super hard events. Like, super attacks cause issues for everyone, even a unit like Cell Max. But I would definitely say that he's not, if you look at true first start tanks like Tech Burly, if you look at even the Int Burly, I would say Cell Max probably performs a little bit worse than both of them. Well, quite a lot ways worse than Tech Burly in terms of first start tankiness. But there are other benefits to Cell Max. The timing of his intercept skill is perfect for events like this. His attack lowering is good. His damage is really good. So I think, for me, I think Cell Max has very good long-term capabilities for his teams. I actually don't like running him as a mainline unit, largely just due to the linking strength and power of the Turles team. But I do think Cell Max has a place, especially in certain events where you're going to need his intercept mechanic. Like here, you can see his intercept mechanic really being used to work to take in attacks, be able to, of course, do damage, but as well just giving you that free turn. That free turn from the active skill is so valuable in any event, and especially Cell Max. The attack lowering is helpful. The AoE damage, not so much, but he still does good attack stats, so it doesn't really matter. Kind of like Tech Burly. And yeah, I'd say overall Cell Max is a good choice. Like I said, he can be caught out. That I have no doubts. I think anyone in the game pretty much, except for one or two bespoke units, can be caught out in certain events. So I think Cell is no different. Dupes do help him a lot though. Helps him a lot. Link leveling helps him a lot because of big bad bosses. Having big bad bosses active helps him a lot. There are things like this that are going to definitely change how well your Cell Max does as a unit. But I think overall, he's really, really solid. I think he does a good job. I think he does do a good job, especially in terms of damage. And I think the link set's not bad. So I think using him isn't so much of a huge issue to me. I think just overall, you're going to have those situations where he's not going to feel great. It's like any unit, like a dodge unit. Okay, they didn't dodge, so now they must be terrible. But then you're going to have those moments where they dodge 800 times in a row, and then it's okay, cool, what was the issue? So I think it's just a bit of all of that you have to deal with and kind of evaluate as you go along, more so than trying to use a singular instance of the event. I've had where he's been hit by the super and I've lost the run, but at the same time, I've had moments where he's really done great. The intercept has helped, and you get the win the turn after because of that. So it's just a catch-22 situation where essentially you have to, sort of evaluate the units based on their performance over a couple runs of the event. And I think Cell Max for me over like a lot of hot events is great.